As soon as the referee blew the opening whistle, both Germany and Spain showed their ambition to win by pushing their squad high in search of an early goal. The two teams displayed attractive double play, and this unintentionally led to fierce disputes in the midfield area, causing the match to be paused. In that situation, Spain was at a disadvantage when midfielder Pedri was injured after a collision with Toni Kroos, and was then unable to continue the match. Host Germany took advantage of this by taking control of the match and creating a few dangerous opportunities for Kai Havertz, but the striker could not defeat goalkeeper Unai Simon. Meanwhile, Spain, as usual, still creates attack situations on the flanks with the mobility of the duo Williams and Yamal, but all of them only stop at the level of opportunity, thereby closing the gap. The first 45 minutes were inconclusive. Entering the second half, Spain was the better team with their side attacks. And the result came to La Roja when young talent Lamine Yamal had a favorable cross for Dani Olmo, the player who came on as a substitute, who launched an accurate shot to defeat Manuel Neuer. Receiving a painful defeat, coach Nagelsmann increased his firepower with the presence of stars in attack such as Niklas Füllkrug or Florian Wirtz. This duo played extremely aggressively, causing Spain's goal to change many times. After tireless efforts, Die Mannschaft was rewarded with an equalizer after Florian Wirtz's own goal in the last minute, thereby dragging the match into 2 extra periods to decide the victory. During the 30 minutes of extra time, the two teams seemed to not want to have to shoot out as they rose up to attack in search of a goal. However, the most notable highlight was Marc Cucurella's handball in the penalty area. However, the referee did not allow the German team to receive a penalty kick. It seemed like they would have to resort to a penalty shootout to determine victory or defeat. But Spain suddenly scored a goal in the final minutes after a header from Mikel Merino, a player sent on by coach Lafuente, thereby brought a dramatic victory to La Roja. Defeating host Germany, Spain boldly advanced to the semi-finals and waited for their opponent, the winner of the match between Portugal and France. Rafael Leao and Bernardo Silva are almost certain to have official places in the Portugal squad, while Vitinha and João Palhinha are also guaranteed places in midfield. On the offensive line, Cristiano Ronaldo is an option that cannot be absent, while on the defensive line, Pepe will continue to lead after matches showing steel despite being over 40 years old. Any player among Ousmane Dembele, Eduardo Camavinga, Youssouf Fofana or Warren Zaïre-Emery can replace Rabiot, but who is chosen depends on the formation coach Deschamps chooses to use. It is likely that the name chosen will be Camavinga, thereby continuing to maintain the system Deschamps used against Belgium. France was rated better than Portugal until 0-28 on July 6. The ratio had no change. Most likely, until the match takes place there will be no adjustments. The goal ratio decreased in the first and second half. Quite surprising when in the confrontation history of the two teams there are usually very few goals scored. In the last 5 meetings, there was only one first-half match with a goal and during the entire period, 4/5 matches had a maximum of 1 goal. France in the match against Belgium had 5 yellow cards, they received 3 in the first half. France also had 4 penalty cards in the most recent match with Portugal. Meanwhile, Portugal caused Slovenia to get 5 yellow cards and they only received 1 card. One of France's stars in the match against Belgium was Jules Koundé, who was considered the best player of the night. He will likely have to face the dynamic Rafael Leao in this match, the winger who Portugal are yet to score or assist at Euro 2024 but average 1.7 dribbles per match, making Koundé very vulnerable to being booked in this match.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you again with the Disney 3D Art YouTube channel. In today's video it will be the character Happy Dwarfs in the movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs everyone. Happy is the dwarfs in Disney's 1937 animated feature film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Happy gets his name from his jovial and optimistic demeanor, most often seen with a cheery smile. He is partial to parties, food, and dancing, all of which he is eager to share with the other dwarfs. Happy was originally conceived as a more comically tragic character, as is indicated by the first draft of the story in November 1935. After Blood-a-Lud-a-Lum-Dum, the dwarfs' washing song, in which the dwarfs wash, they sat down to eat the soup with Snow White and ate by slurping very loudly. When Dopey tries to use his spoon to eat the soup, he swallows the spoon by mistake. With Happy's help, Dopey manages to cough up both the spoon and the soap swallowed earlier. The scene was cut as it was not felt relevant to the story. Like all the dwarfs, Happy is true to his name. Very bubbly and bright, alongside Dopey, he is the most friendly and cheerful of the bunch. His gleeful attitude prompts him to giggle quite often. And the peppy dwarf is also known to be quite the singer, yodeler, and musician. Ironically, though he is the complete opposite of Grumpy in nearly every way. The two have never been shown to bicker and clash, that role being left with Doc. Though Happy is amongst the dwarfs that playfully tease Grumpy during their washing session. Aside from his cheerful nature, Happy appears to be the plumpest of the dwarfs and shows a great love of food, specifically in the deleted song, Music in Your Soup, where he led an enthusiastic sing-along during supper. As evidenced by the dwarf's first meeting with Snow White, Happy is also the most sociable amongst his diminutive comrades, going as far as to gleefully and politely introduce himself to Snow White, while the identities of the other dwarfs were guessed by the princess herself. This is further evidenced by the dwarf's yodel song, where Happy apparently led the festive sing-along with much enthusiasm. Happy doesn't normally appear to ever be troubled, however. He is ironically quite fierce when potential danger arises for the dwarfs. For example, when the dwarfs learned that a mysterious intruder has entered their cottage. Happy is the first to come up with a plan, advising they sneak up on the supposed monster and kill it in its sleep. During the climax, after the queen has placed her attack on Snow White, Happy's expression is one of pure anger as he charged to fight back. He also experiences natural emotion, such as annoyance when Dopey's antics come into play, especially during a serious situation. In spite of this, he generally upholds his pleasant reputation as the most cheerful of the 7 dwarfs. First is to draw the body with the blue jeans, orange couple and belt, then color 2 legs whereby brown shoes for happy dwarfs. Next is to draw 2 arms for happy dwarfs. Finally draw the head, decorate the face and wear the yellow stocking hat for happy dwarfs. So the character Happy Dwarfs in the movie Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs has been completed. If you like, please like and subscribe to receive the new notifications. At the same time, download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV show for free, used by many people of the world. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching and goodbye everyone.